I want to talk about something that's really bothering me. Texas, you have to let go of this whole horns down thing. You are supposed to be mighty Tacovas boot, Stetson hat wearing, gun toting tough guys, but this level of soft makes me think that y'all might actually die in a pillow fight. And yes, I'm aware of the irony that I'm bothered by the fact that you're bothered. And yes, I'm aware that it's not all Texas fans, but it's enough of y'all. And if you have kids or you've ever worked around kids, been a kid yourself, you know the entire motivation for people doing something that pisses you off is to get a reaction out of you. And as a dad, I know when my kids are in the backseat doing that thing where one kid is holding their finger in 1 inch from the other kid's face that I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you. Sometimes it's easier for me in the moment to yell at the kid to stop than it is to teach the other one to be unbothered. But you know what's gonna happen the next time dad's not around? I'm not touching you, and it's gonna keep on. And that's all the horns down thing is. Nobody is committing a crime, nobody's getting hurt. It's a test of will to see if a hand symbol is gonna make you cry. If it works, they win. And buddy, they are winning big. Cause last week, BYU asked a group of students wearing a shirt that spelled horns down to take them off. What? Now, to be fair to Texas, it was the decision by BYU to ask the students to take the shirts off because they didn't want a negative message to be associated with their student body. Bruh, it's a basketball game. You're supposed to be rowdy. Do we really think that BYU considers this a negative message if Texas fans and administrators hadn't spent years getting sadness tummy aches every time they see 2 fingers pointing down? Side note to Texas fans, you know cows have to lower their head to eat, right? So horns go down already. And when you're driving past a pasture and you see a longhorn bent over eating grass, don't panic. I am actually thrilled that the SEC, where Texas is going next year, isn't going to consider the horns down hand symbol unsportsmanlike. Because one of the biggest embarrassments in college football was the Big 12 literally kowtowing to Texas by making horns down a penalty. They tried to explain it away as a sportsmanship issue, but like me in the front seat trying to get my kids to stop bickering, they thought it was easier to punish the offender rather than explain to the offended that they're giving everybody else power over them. The Big 12 only made it worse because those aren't kids, they're football fans. You might get 1 or 2 less horns down symbols on the field, but in the stands, that's all I've seen for 4 straight years. And when you take it a step further and try to ban somebody from singing the national anthem because they were caught giving horns down in a photo, you've officially gone way too far. Do you think I liked it when Brandon Ayuk drop kicked the O after knocking Oregon out of the college football playoff contention in 2019? No, but the way you keep that from happening is not giving up the touchdown in the first place. And as a dad, I hate to take aggressor's side in this, but Texas fans, listen up and listen good. Come on in. They're not touching you. They're not touching you. They're not touching you. Quit being soft and let that sink in.